Hello, welcome again to Farmspace. So yeah, we are in the, we'll say the bergs, the mountains. We're busy cutting down these pine trees and so forth. Glen is going to tell me a little bit more just about what it means for the environment and so forth in terms of water saving and the lot. So let's hear from Glen. Glen, how are you doing?
I'm good. It's wonderful to be out here in the mountains.
Het is nogal, ek moet sê, dit is nogal nie te bad nie. Nee, it's not a too bad view that we've got here. So just quickly give me some background about yourself. Where are you from and what is it that you actually do?
So I'm a Fynbos Ecologist. I work for a government-funded research agency called the South African Environmental Observation Network.
Yes.
And we monitor environmental change across the country, and I specifically look in the Fynbos biome.
So you're a specialist on these little bushes here?
Yeah, the ones trying to grow up between those pine trees.
So what is the problem, the major problem with the pine trees here?
So it's really all about water. We in South Africa, we're obviously a water scarce country, and almost all the water that we use to grow our food and supplies people in our cities and towns comes from these mountains, from a few mountain catchments in the country. So it's very important that we take care of those mountain catchments. And the big problem that we've got are these pine trees, which are alien plants, not from South Africa, that are spreading all across our mountain catchments. And what's really the problem with the pine trees is that they use a lot more water than our indigenous Fynbos vegetation.
And the other problem is the water can't get to the, as you say, they use the water and the water can't get to the catchment areas where the dams and those types of things are.
Exactly.
So give me a little bit more information around the whole Helihack initiative and how that started.
So I can't give you much about the Helihacks because they just threw me on board the chopper. I'm not.
Okay, but cool.
My involvement with the Helihack is that they've been helping us to map where the pine trees are in the Fynbos biome. So
yes.
We've gone out with them a couple of times and helped with the Helihack, but what we've also been doing at the same time is collecting data on where the pines are that will help us to map where they are across the whole region.
And then you're just not sitting in front of the computer, you're actually getting your hands dirty as well, yeah?
Exactly. So I'm a Fynbos ecologist, and that's why myself and my colleagues, many of us, have gotten into this line of work because we like being in the mountains, we like nature. But as many people find, you often spend a lot more time behind the computer than you would imagine, even if you're a Fynbos ecologist.
Yeah, that's unfortunately true. Eh? And just quickly, out of a percentage point of view, in these catchment areas, if you take out the pines, what would be the water saving?
So in some of our worst invaded catchments where we're losing the most water, the pines are using as much as 20% or even more of the water that the catchment generates. So if you think about how much 20% of the water is, we did a calculation and worked out that in Cape Town, when we were having our day zero drought, that was almost 2 months. We could have delayed day zero by almost 2 months if we didn't have pine invasions in our mountain catchments.
Sheesh. So that was 2 months not bathing out of a bucket just because we could have taken out these trees, eh? And so that'll be just like where you see those trees standing there. But so if I look at over there on that side, there is a few trees there on that top, but it doesn't seem to me that is a problem now. But why are you still taking them out?
So they may not be using a lot of water now, but pine trees the reason they're up here is because they're very good at spreading. And so it's a lot less work to go and cut down 10 thinned out pine trees than to leave it for 5 or 10 years and come back and cut down 10,000. So it's pretty wise to actually take out these invasions before they turn into a thick forest.
Totally agree. And would you recommend people get involved with initiatives like these just to sort this out for future generations?
I think it's a wonderful opportunity. I'm so grateful that I get to be out here, and jumping on a chopper and being dropped out in these mountains is the easiest way to experience this amazing place. You got to hike a long time to get out here. So doing a Helihack it's a real privilege.
Totally agree. Glen, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Right, so that is Glen from I can't remember, some forestry agency with Fynbos. But short and the long of it is this is really important work that they're doing, and yeah, up until 20% that can be saved. Yeah, very important. We're putting a link on top or below if you're watching on YouTube. So Facebook on top, YouTube below, and then there's a web page if you want to get involved with the Helihack and either come and just donate or cut down some pine trees yourself. I think it's a very worthwhile exercise, especially if you don't want to bath out of a bucket. See you from Farmspace. Till next time. Cheers.